All right, welcome back in with another edition of Keeping Up with Boaz Athletics. We're going to talk a little boys basketball. And Coach, who do you got with you today?
I've got Amin Cruz, who's our senior point guard, and then I've got Tyson Hamilton, who's our freshman point guard.
So we got both point guards, and the yin and the yang, the senior and the freshman. What is it about these two gentlemen, Coach, that kind of sticks out to you?
Yeah, Amin, I'll start with him. You know, he's come in for 2 years, my whole 2 years here. He started every game for us, been the point guard, had the ball in his hand a lot, initiated our offense, does a great job for us getting downhill. You know, he's not a tall guy, but he's able to attack and finish around the rim and create for other guys. So he's done a great job of that for us. And you know, I think he's done a great job. We've got a large freshman group that's been in the gym with us since June, and I think Amin's done a great job at helping some of those guys develop their game just by making them work in practice and being a good example for them. So Tyson, he's made Tyson a better player from just Tyson being around him, seeing his work ethic, the way that he prepares and goes about his game. So it's been good for that. Tyson, he's a freshman for us. He started the year on JV, him and another one of our freshman guys that we have on the varsity. And we saw that we needed some more offense. So we brought him and another freshman up, and they've done a great job. You know, it took them some time to be able to just catch up to the speed of the game, but especially the last couple of weeks, they've really grew up and going to be a big piece of our team for the next 3 years after this.
So you've obviously been point guard for Coach for a while now. You know what he wants, expectations. Talk about that. You've kind of been the quarterback for this team for a while. Talk about that and your role on this team the last couple of years.
Well, I mean, my role has always been really we always got to start our offense, and I mean, I'm the start of our offense. So once I start or say the play that he wants me to echo, I'll call it and we run it. I mean, I do my job. When I see gaps, I'll drive it and create space for other guys to shoot shots, and we get open threes off of that. But a main thing that we're starting to get better as a team. I mean, all of us, we got to push it ahead. I mean, and it starts with me. I mean, sometimes a lot of people think like they got to just get me the ball just to move it up, but sometimes I could just be the guy going out, first guy in the corner. Someone else can move it up themselves. So, I mean, I think everybody on our team is pretty solid at dribbling the ball up and down the court. So
you've known Coach for a while now. You guys are probably comfortable together. What are some of the takeaways from Coach, man, that you take over into your day-to-day lives that has nothing to do with basketball?
I mean, me and him, we've always talked about stuff like that. And, I mean, there's a lot of times where, he gives us there are days where we work really hard, but then there are days where he tells us we need to rest. So, that helps me a lot. So, like, I know when to put a lot of hard work in, but when to take some rest and get some good sleep, too.
Absolutely. Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
because he needs the best version of you.
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right, so you've been on JV, starting point guard, and then now on varsity. How was your JV season this year?
It was good. Our JV team they were slow to start, but then as the season went on, they were starting to feel the game better and shoot the ball better.
He played probably the first 4 games on JV and then moved up after that. So he's been with the varsity majority of the season.
So what was it about him, Coach, that you've seen, like, there had to be something in particular, like, man, this guy can actually help us on this level?
Yeah, we were at the point where, we thought we could execute, but we just had to have some guys that could knock down some shots. And you watch Tyson play from the time I've known him for a long time, just being a Boaz guy, and, there's no doubt he's got some skill. His
Gym
brother,
rat.
Yeah, gym rat. He's always been in the gym. His brother, Chaden Hamilton, was the point guard here at Boaz. He started on varsity as a freshman as well. So, Chaden went to go play at LaGrange, and I know he looks up to his older brother a lot and models a lot of his game after him. So they put a lot of hard work in, and Tyson, he's good with the ball in his hands. He's comfortable shooting the ball. You can see he's not a big guy either, but he's able to. He's got some shiftiness about him. He's able to create and get to the rim and dish that thing out as well. So he's been good for us.
Being able to watch him play each and every night, and him be quarterback for this team for this long, what are some of the takeaways you've gotten from him?
Well, he just pushes it, and he's so quick with the ball. He creates a lot of gaps and kicks us out for a 3, and it just helps our team so much because our team's just like pretty good at shooting, and
he helps create that. Huh?
Absolutely.
Man, you're probably looked up to by guys like that, being a leader on this team. Will you talk about that a little bit? How some of these younger guys definitely looking up to you.
I mean, preseason, like before we started, when football guys weren't here, I think there were 2 seniors, and I mean, I was one of them, and I just saw that a lot of our freshman guys, like, they were all skilled, they could shoot, they could dribble, they weren't really confident. I mean, they just didn't really look to want to shoot ever, but I mean, they were always open. So once we were in preseason, we'd practice, we'd play pickup. I'd always pick at certain people just to try and make them better, and he was always one of them, just because, like, he can handle the ball. It's just like if someone's really in him, he has to focus a little more. So
yeah.
I just would work with certain people that I noticed that I knew could get better.
No doubt. Coach, competition,
Oh, yeah.
that's what makes you better. You have to have it at practice. You have to have it, obviously, in games, but where these guys get battle tested is at practice.
Yeah.
When you see guys picking at each other and going at each other, talk about that a little bit as a coach and how that is actually a positive.
Yeah, that's how we try to practice. We always we harp on competition. If we're just going through the motions in practice, then when you're in the heat of the moment in a real game, then you're not going to be prepared for that moment. So whether it be the off season in the summertime when we're in the old gym and it's 95 degrees in there, or whether we're in the heat of it here in the middle of the season, we try to compete and practice and push each other to make each other better. Like Amin said, he did a great job of that with our young guys, and hopefully Tyson and some of these other freshman guys that are going to be leaders in our program the next few years have learned from that, and we'll be able to do the same thing for the guys that are going to be coming up after them.
Coach, basketball is a tournament sport, and you've had some ups and you've had some downs this year, but now's when the bread's buttered, so to speak. Yeah. Talk about what it's going to take to get these guys where you need them when that area tournament does hit, because that's when it's really, really counts.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to win them all, obviously, but I tell my guys you can be 0-30 going into the area tournament time and then still end up being the state champion. It comes down to a 6-7 game season there at the end. Like Amin was saying, we've kind of something we played Asbury Tuesday night, and something just kind of clicked for us. We finally stopped relying on just getting the ball to one player and bringing the ball up the floor and trying to initiate offense slowly. We did a great job of passing that ball out, and like he said, we've got multiple guys on the team that are skilled and can push it. So we were just getting it to the first available guard, and we were running, and we had a lot of success with it. So hoping like I said there, we can just kind of build on that and start playing in a way that fits our team best. I've been trying to get these guys to play like that all season, and we've done it in spots, but we really looked our best in it Tuesday night. So it's all about just peaking at the right time. You want to peak in February rather than peak in December. So we're still going to focus on the way that we prepare and scout and do all that and make sure that we're locked in, ready to go in these games. But I think that we're going to be playing our best ball come first week of February when it matters most.
You guys are about to play Sardis. Would you guys, each one of you guys, speak on that? That's not just a rivalry game. It means a little bit more. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Every time we play Sardis, it's always a tough game. Last year, we always struggled to beat them. We lost both times, but every time we went in there, we put as much effort as we could. This year, we played them first game at Sardis. It's never fun to play over there at Sardis. It's hot. Everybody's loud. And we won by a buzzer beater, so I'm sure they're not going to be coming in here thinking they're just going to easily lose off of that first game. They're wanting to beat us really bad, so it's going to be a tough game. I hope it's a good game. I think we'll go in there with a lot of effort and wanting to win so bad that I think we can pull it out. For sure.
Yeah, like Amin said, it's hard to play there, but here it's going to be harder to play, and we're going to compete best we can and try to get the win.
You got to defend your home court, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Coach, that's part of it.
Oh yeah.
That's
huge
pride
game.
thing right there.
They're 5 minutes down the road. It's always an exciting game. Like he said, beating them at the buzzer last time. We felt like we gave them some opportunities to stay in the game like that one, and we obviously won it in an exciting fashion. So they're going to come in ready to go. We know already that we're going to play them again in a couple weeks in the area tournament. That matchup's already locked in there. So. You don't want to show your hand too much in this game, but you still want to come in and, like you said, defend your home court. It's a pride game. You never want to take these games for granted when it's a team that's that close and always in your area. So a lot of pride about this one. We want to make sure we're ready to go.
Coach, when you were coaching under Robbie, I mean, y'all played big game after big game after big game. You had tons of rivalries.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys created rivalries
Right.
everywhere you went. People, what was his mindset as he approached games like that, and what did you take away from it?
Every game was the same. Whether we're playing,
Never changed.
whether it's you're the 1 seed in the county tournament playing the 8 seed, or whether you're playing for a state championship, we were going to prepare the same way. We always had about 4 or 5 games that we broke down in film. We're going to go through everybody's sets, everybody's personnel. So we try to model that the same here. Every game's important. You don't want to take anybody for granted. We always said the most important game's the next one. So that was kind of the mindset that we had at Plainview, and that's kind of the mindset that we try to push on these guys here.
Gotcha, makes sense. Even rivalry games, everything, same thing.
Yeah.
I like it. That's pretty even keel.
Yeah. Obviously, there's going to be some games that
Yeah.
mean a little bit more, but
Yeah.
just the way that you prepare, you try to prepare for each of them the same.
It makes sense. Coach, before we shut it down, just kind of final thoughts. I mean, the floor is yours. You talk about anything.
Yeah, I mean, just the reason I wanted to have these 2 guys go is, you kind of got your present point guard, you got your point guard of the future, just the kind of models what we're trying to build here. You've got guys that love the game and that are going to do a great job leading these guys underneath them. So, that's why I wanted to have these guys here. Amin has done a great job for us building up the confidence, like he was talking about, of some of our young guys. The amount that some of those guys that we had from June all the way until now, basketball season, that they didn't play football, that we had in the gym, the amount that they got better from June until the season started was just incredible, and a lot of it goes back to how much work he was putting in with those guys, and the amount of work that these guys put in. So, we're proud of them, proud of what they bring to our program, and proud of what they're going to continue to bring to our program. I want to brag on Ty Sullivan. Ty Sullivan got our all-county tournament team last week. He had 10 points, took 3 charges in the first round game. Obviously, we didn't come out on top
Very
there.
Ty Sullivan-esque.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a great job taking the ball to the rim, so bragging on him there, did a great job. But yeah, just, like you said, been ups and downs this season. We're a young team for the most part. We didn't have many guys coming back that had true varsity experience. So, like I said, we want to make sure we're peaking at the right time, and I think we're going to be doing that. So looking forward to tournament time coming up on us.
Coach, appreciate you 2 guys joining us well, and we should have this up today. Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you.